Hey there friends, Nibs again. Out here in the garage today, do a little bit of goofing around. Absolutely wet and miserable day outside, but it's a great day to be playing around inside the garage. And I've done this for the last couple of years, and I think it's about time I did this for this year. But I want to do my top 10 new air guns. Well, not necessarily new to me, ones that I've acquired in 2024. But my top 10 new air guns in 2024. So some of these are really old, some of these are brand new, some of these have been given to me to do reviews on, some of them I've bought with my own money. So, but these are not in any particular order. I like them all. I just listed them as they came to my mind. But I've got a piece of paper here right in front of me so I don't forget. But the first one, which is a really pretty cool old gun, you guys are going to like this, is a very, very old Hanl #1. This is a #1. This was made, best I can tell, probably in the late 20s, maybe early 30s at the soonest. It's a cool little break barrel, 177 caliber. These did come in both a smooth bore and a rifled barrel. This one does have the rifled barrel, so that helps with the accuracy on this one quite a bit. I do have a can across the garage here. So the thing I liked about this one is really cool is it has this barrel latch that really gives it a very positive lockup. So, but I just thought it was such a cool, it's such an old gun, almost 100 years old, and still shooting great. As far as I know, it's all original inside. But just shooting at a can across the garage here. Do a little can cutting. Let's do one more and then we'll move on. I don't want this to be an hour-long video, but I do have 10 guns to show you. I thought about doing just a top 10 of guns, but maybe I'll do another one with 22s that I've acquired. I don't know that I've acquired 10 22s, but I've got a few. So that's the first one. So now the next one is one that was actually sent over to me by a fella at Crossman. Before Crossman, actually, it was announced that Crossman was going to be bought by Daisy and Gamo, that same conglomerate. But this is actually a prototype Crossman Summit. It's a prototype for the European market. And this one is a wood stock with a spring inside. The Crossman Summit, distributed in the US, is a gas ram with a plastic stock. But this is such a sweet shooting gun. Did a little tune up on just greasing up the spring and tuning up the trigger a little bit, and just really turned this into such a nice gun. It's unfortunate that you can't buy this in the United States market, but a really cool gun. When I first got it, it had so much spring buzz, it was unbelievable, but just a good dose of heavy grease on the spring really tamed it right down. And I'm shooting out all over that can. I'm not really missing all over the place. I'm shooting to try to cut that can. But there you go. There's the Crossman. So the next one is another really old one that I actually have had in the garage a couple different times here. But this one is a really cool old Benjamin. This is a Benjamin Model 352. They didn't make the 352 for very long, and I don't know what they changed, but they switched over to a Model 362. These came out in the early 50s, and this one actually uses an 8-gram CO2 cartridge, so it's really, the shot count's fairly low on it, but it is a pretty powerful gun, 22 caliber, and let's take a couple shots with it. This one I had in my possession. Oop, I think my CO2 is almost out. Let's. I didn't reload it before I started up, and it sounds like it's almost dead. But I had this one in my possession earlier. I think it was actually last year. The owner of a local gun shop asked me to take a look at it, and it turned out that this O-ring up here was the only thing that was bad on it at that time. He had it, used it a few times, and then the internal seals on it started failing, which is, oh, yeah, so there we go. So now anyway, it's tough to get that undone, but that's the Benjamin 352, uses an 8-gram CO2. I'd have to grab hold of that with some smooth jawed pliers and get that off of there, but I don't want to make that. I guess I should have checked it out a little further. I did shoot one shot with it beforehand, but no big deal. So the next one is one that's pretty cool. I really like this one because of a couple things. It's actually just a really cool gun for starters, but it also has really pushed forward my YouTube channel quite a bit. This is the Crossman M1 Carbine in full auto. Let's see, this is semi-auto first, and semi-auto again. Let me load it properly here, and go to full auto. So, but who couldn't love that? That had to be in the list, no matter what. So there you go. So the next one is a really cool old daisy. I've gotten several really neat old daisies, but I like this one, I think, the most, just because of how nice a shape it's in. It's not perfect, but it is in really cool shape. This is a Plymouth, Michigan pre-World War II Daisy model 10236. And I need to put some BBs in it. Oh. I'll just get a couple here. Dropping more of them on the ground than I'm getting in the gun. So the one thing with these older ones, the loading port on this is pretty small, so it's hard to get the BBs into that hole. Got a couple in there. So like I said, this one is a pre-World War II. You can tell because it's nickel plated. It also has the low pivot bolt, which makes it very difficult to cock. But it's shooting with some power. It's got the original leather seal in there still. Oop. But there you go. That is the 10236. Really pretty awesome. So many guns on the list that, or so many guns that I could have put on the list, but I had to keep it down to 10, or else we'd be out here all night. The next one is probably one of my most favorite ones from for this year, and that is the Feinwerkbau Model 65. Just a fantastic. It's actually the only pistol on this list. Didn't get many pistols this year, but come on. This one is just a fabulous shooting gun. And shooting at cans is really not its forte, but it does okay. This is a recoilless spring action high-end competition gun. Picked it up from a fella in California. And it is so nice. just been used and loved, and that's why I love all the patina on this thing. It's just every little wear spot here is from years and years of using it every week, week in and week out, shooting competitions. That's awesome. So next one on the list is a pretty cool one. I do have a new one from Norica, and I haven't had a real big chance to shake that one out yet, or else that one might have made this list too. I've got the new Norica Veritas PCP, but this one is a Norica Omnia ZRS, and this is they call it the Luxe version. I'm wondering if I almost wish that I had gotten the one with the synthetic stock now, after I see the one that Airguns of Alaska has been shooting. But I mean, I do like this wooden one, but it is a really cool shooting gun. This also has the ZRS zero recoil system. I thought it was a pretty awesome addition here. Good shooting gun. I need to get it back out to the range some more for sure. But automatic safety. Oh, did that go right through the can without even moving it? It sounded like it hit it for sure. I know it's hitting it. But anyway, so there you go. That's the Omnia ZRS. Norica. Really pretty awesome. All right, we're getting down there. Now this next one is a fantastic older Springer that I thought I just loved it. I got to try one of these out from one of the channel members. It's Anshutz Model 335. And once I had that one from the channel member to get in and tune the trigger up on, I just knew I had to have one. And finally one came up for sale locally for a really good price, actually. And I grabbed it, snatched it right up. So, oop. Such a nice gun. So I was able to tune up the trigger on the subscriber's gun. And so when I got this one, it was a lot easier task to tune that one up. But there you go. That is the Anshutz Model 335. Just your basic Springer, but such a nice, it's got that Anshutz quality. All right, these last two are, I would say they probably are my top two guns for this year, at least that I've really had a chance to shake out real good. This next one, I'm just in love with this gun. This is the Zelos Zelos. And the only thing I had against it was the little mount they had for mounting a bipod on. Just came off the bottom with nothing on the sides, so it made the gun sit up way high. But got this one from what's that called? I'll put it down here. But this really allowed me to mount a side bipod, which keeps it down low and just makes it so nice. But that just transformed this gun into a like into a love. So, but this one is in 22 caliber. So let's go ahead and see if I can hit. Oh, it was Bravo 3D. That's it. I remember now. It's hitting low because I shoot this thing at 50 yards, but such a nice gun. Now this next one is it's number one. It's the last one on the list. I don't know if it's the top one, but it is easily becoming one of my favorite springers anyway. But we have the Coma Model 300 USC. Doesn't have the best trigger, but it's just such a nice shooting gun. Easy to crack and break down, smooth action. And I did do a little bit of spring work and polishing on the trigger, and I got it down to about a manageable, probably about 2-pound trigger, which is pretty nice. And let's see here, where I was shooting at 50 yards. We don't need any of that here. There we go. Well, we have the Coma 300 USC, which stands for ultra short carbine. I think this thing only has like a 9-inch barrel, and it's really, really accurate. Just an overall really nice shooting gun. If Coma were to ever do a redo on the trigger on the 300, they would. The 400 series, which isn't that much more, has a much better trigger. But I just think that this 300 series is a really nice shooting gun. We didn't quite get the can cut, but we're pretty close. But we had a lot of fun shooting my top 10 guns for the year. The Norica Veritas is probably going to be, probably could have been one of my top 10 if I'd had it for a little bit longer and got the chance to shake it out a little bit more. But anyway, there you go. That is my top 10 new air guns, new to me air guns for the year. Let me know what you think. You guys have been watching my channel. Most of you guys have been watching my channel all year. Let me know if I missed something. I think there's a ton of them that I probably could have listed. But I probably got 30 or 40 new air guns this year, so I can't have them all be in the top 10. So hope you guys liked the video. Till next time, have a great day.